Hey, it's Stacey Cacciatore, Run Disney Mom, and today I'm doing a review of the Nike VaporFly 4% Flyknit. So this is the brand new shoe that you've heard about from Nike. If you're a runner, have read any running mags or blogs, or been to a race expo, or talked to any runner friends or running groups, you've probably heard of these shoes. They're the latest innovation that Nike has come out with, and Nike does claim that it helps make the marathoner run faster. So I was quite intrigued. I am a distance runner. I ran Chicago in October. I'm training for it again for this year, and I have run exclusively in Hoka's for years. And so I was very intrigued when I heard of these shoes, and I was also a little resistant. I have not run in Nikes in years. I mean, it's probably been 10 years since I've actually run a race in a pair of Nikes. So I was very intrigued, to say the least, but because I typically haven't run in this shoe, I was a little hesitant. I did decide to bite the bullet, and I'll tell you why. So a couple of things. The 4% stands for 4% improvement in the efficiency of the shoe. This 4% can result in the faster marathon times. The first thing I noticed when I got the box was it was so light, I thought that they actually forgot to put the shoes in the box. When I picked it up off my porch, I have huge feet. So these are size, and I'll talk to you about the size in a minute, but these are size men 10, women 11 and a half. And so the box is big, and when I picked them up, it literally felt like there was nothing inside. These are the absolute lightest running shoe I've ever felt. I thought Hoka's were light. These make my Hoka's feel like bricks. These are just so incredibly light. I've tested them out on the treadmill. I've now done a total of 20 miles in them. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the run difference. What's interesting is that it feels completely different than any other shoe I've ever worn. So notice a few things here. One, if you take a look at this, the shoe is all one piece. It's like a big sock. There's no tongue. You'll see the laces are extremely thin. The material almost feels and looks like a sock. It goes on, it just slips on like a slipper or a sock, and it's extremely lightweight. It's mesh. You can probably see my fingers. Yeah, you can see my fingers here through the mesh of the shoe. It's just extremely lightweight. They've taken out any kind of extra material. So you'll see here, it's a very light, a light sole. There's not anything extra. There's not a tongue. There's not big shoelaces. There's not a lot of extra padding. It's a very kind of lightweight shoe. The sole of the shoe is very interesting. When I put it on, it feels like a high heel. And I wear Hoka's. I mean, if you take a look at Hoka's, they are huge. In fact, can you bring my Hoka's? I have my daughter here with me, and she's checking this out. So I'll show you guys the difference between the Hoka's and these, and it is fascinating. So I normally run in Hoka's, which everyone, I mean, they're the ugliest shoe in the world, but they're super comfortable, and especially they have a great heel support. And they have so much heel support that it's like a huge, chunky heel. So yeah, take a look at this Hoka. These are the Hoka's I've been running in for a couple months now. Look at that, like, heel. So these are really, really high. You'll see it's a completely different profile in the bottom of the shoe. I mean, it's, again, the weight difference is tremendous. The Nike VaporFly are so much lighter. Look at the heel difference. I mean, the heel on the Hoka, I am a heel striker, which made me a little hesitant to try these Nikes. The heels on the Hoka's are very wide. You'll see that from a sole. I mean, look how thick that is. It's like wearing heels. They're so thick. But the funny thing is, these heels, like, this is a pretty thick sole, I guess, for a shoe. I mean, compared to Hoka's, I guess, look, it's about the same. But when I put these on, they literally feel like a high heel, because number one, the arch support is tremendous. I mean, it just hugs my arch, and I have very high arches to begin with, but it completely hugs my arch. The heel, it's narrower, it's just as high, but like there's this very kind of, it goes in quite a bit to hug your foot. Just again, like a sock. It almost feels like you're not wearing anything. And it hugs it so tightly that Again, it just feels like you're actually wearing a pair of stilettos. So it was a little bit interesting to run in at first because it felt like I was running in heels, no joke. You'll see right here, I've actually already got blood on this. That's what that little thing is, because I did wear socks with these, but they go up kind of high, and because of the fit, it did rub on my ankle when I did my run today and caused me to bleed. So I'm just gonna kind of give a warning about that. From a size perspective, what's interesting is I normally wear an 11. I wear an 11 in Hoka's. I wear 11 in running shoes because I go up a size. Typically in heels or sandals, I wear a 10. So I go up a size to an 11 in my running shoes. They said that these ran small, so I bought an 11 and a half, and I probably could have even bought a 12. So I'm gonna recommend, if you buy these, go up at least a size. I went up half a size, go up at least a size, because they do run really, really small. So I like that. When I ran in them, I did notice my efficiency in my run improved over the length of my run, and I actually, by the end of my run, I was running faster than the beginning, which gosh, that hasn't happened in a long time. So I do think there's something about the way these fit that make your run a little more efficient, and therefore do make you run faster. I think they look super cool. I was a little hesitant. It only comes in one color right now, which is the super, super bright, what'd you say, orange or pink?
It's like orange.
It's like orange.
It looks pinker in real life.
Yeah, it does. On the video, it looks orange right now, but it looks a little pinker in real life. I didn't know if they look that cute, but they actually they look great. I love them. It is like a racing, so it's kind of it's really interesting because it's kind of the difference between like a racing flat, because they're so light and they don't have a lot of like cushioning in the shoe. But it's meant for marathoners, you guys. So if you're a distance runner, this is supposed to be meant for you. This is for distance running. So I'll be interested to see how they hold up over the long term. I have only done treadmill runs on them because I was very nervous to wear them outside. I'm going to tell you the one downside of these things is that they are $250. So they're quite expensive, the most expensive running shoe I've ever bought. My Hoka's, I thought they were expensive. Again, take a look at the Hoka's in comparison. I thought these were expensive. They run about $150, which is not cheap. But again, they've held up so well for me for years as far as helping my heel and helping keep me injury free. So I do love them. But I just had to give these a try. So I'm going to let you know how they work out over the long run. I'll say so far, I'm pretty happy with them. But I would love to hear what you think. So let me know if you've been running in these, or if you have a pair. I'd love to hear what you think and how they've held up for you over the long run. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks. Hey, so I wanted to show you guys a video of these shoes in action on the treadmill. I did a slow-mo video so you can get a good look at my stride. You'll notice that, or I noticed definitely that I was striking more in the midfoot. In the Hoka's, I do more of a heel strike, so this definitely changed my stride. You'll see that I am landing more on the midfoot and upper foot section. It seems that I have a great kind of push off with my left foot, which I typically don't have in the Hoka's. So it is interesting. It definitely changed my stride. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you try them out, please leave a comment below and let me know.